Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool. And today I am going to tell you a very important topic of chemical bonding, that is trick on bond angle. So bond angle is a very important bond parameters, right? That you can expect maximum in the examination. Say where most of the children will leave the questions on bond angle, thinking that they should by heart the values of bond angle. Yes or no? Say for example, methane, the bond angle is 109 degrees. Say if it is for water, 104 degrees. Say they think that they have to by heart the bond angles. But you no need to by heart the bond angles, and you cannot by heart the bond angles for all the molecules that is there in a syllabus. Yes or no? So you have to stick on a very basic logic to determine the bond angle. So that is what I am going to tell you. So when you know this trick, if you are perfect in finding out the hybridization and finding the number of lone pairs present in a molecule, I think usually you can understand the trick here. With this, you will enjoy doing the questions relating to bond angle. And definitely bond angle is the very important concept that you can expect for any competitive exam. So be careful, try to listen the whole concept and enjoy the session. Fine. So what do you mean by a bond angle? We all know bond angle in the sense it is the angle that you will observe between three atoms of a molecule. Yes or no? And bond angle can depend on many factors. So mainly our bond angle depends on four factors. First one, it depends on hybridization of central atom. Second factor, it can depend on lone pair of electrons present on central atom. Third, it can depend on electronegativity of central atom. And finally, it can also depend on electronegativity of terminal atom. Okay, so your trick involves all the four factors, right? And now I will explain. You have four tricks here to be considered. So trick by trick with an example we will learn. Okay, so the trick number one. Trick number one. First, you have to check the hybridization of central atom in a molecule. Okay, so first you have to check the hybridization of central atom in a molecule. Okay, and more the S character, more will be the bond angle. This is what the trick you have to remember. Okay, after checking the hybridization on central atom of every molecule, you should compare in which of the case more S character is there. Okay, more the S character, more will be the bond angle. So here definitely our bond angle is directly proportional to S character. Directly proportional to S character. More the S character, more will be the bond angle. Okay, say for example, you have a molecule CH4, right? CO2 and BF3. Okay, which of them has the maximum bond angle and which of them has the less bond angle? Or they will ask you, arrange them in a decreasing order of their bond angle or increasing order of their bond angle. Yes, this is what the type of questions that you will expect, right, in the examination. So they'll give in the option decreasing order or increasing order. You have to select a correct option here, right? So now let us arrange these molecules in the decreasing order of their bond angle. Okay, so what I told you, trick number one is what? First you have to check the hybridization of central atom in a molecule. Okay, so methane, central atom carbon. So what is its hybridization? How do you check? I also told you to trick to find the hybridization. Say if you have doubt on finding hybridization, you can go to my video trick on hybridization. Okay, fine. Let us find the hybridization here. Carbon belongs to you know, 14th group, so it's having a 4 valence electrons, and each electron is taken up by one hydrogen. So number of sigma bonds are 4, number of lone pairs is 0, so you are getting number 4. So number 4, if you are getting, then the hybridization is sp3, right? So what is the trick to find the hybridization? Number of sigma bonds plus number of lone pairs. So that is what we applied for carbon, and we got the hybridization sp3. So similarly, you can find it for carbon dioxide. Its hybridization will be sp hybridization, and BF3 hybridization sp3. Okay, so compulsorily you must know to find the hybridization. Okay, so otherwise it is not possible to work with this trick. Fine. And what I told you, bond order is directly proportional to S character. So more the S character, more will be the bond angle. So among sp3, sp and sp2, which one has more S character? Definitely sp hybridization. Yes or no? So here S character is 50%, and in sp2 S character is 33%, and in sp3 S character is 25%. Isn't it? So more S character is there in carbon dioxide molecule. So definitely carbon dioxide has the maximum bond angle, okay, than BF3, and the least bond angle you will observe in methane, right? So this is the decreasing order of the bond angles, right? And we know in carbon dioxide actually the bond angle is 108 degrees because the molecule is linear, and here trigonal planar, so bond angle is 120, and here 109 degrees. Yes or no? Because it has a tetrahedral shift. Actually these are the common molecules where actually we know their bond angle, say carbon dioxide 180, BF3 120, and CH4 109. Okay, but if it is a different molecule, we cannot able to guess the bond angle. So definitely this trick will work out. Okay, coming to trick number 2. If you have same hybridization on a central atom, okay, say trick 2. If you find same hybridization on central atom, then go for checking lone pairs. Checking lone pairs on central atom. Okay, so our bond angle is actually inversely proportional to lone pair of electrons on central atom. Okay, got to know? That means more the number of lone pairs present on a central atom, lesser will be the bond angle. So when you have to apply this trick number 1, if it fails, okay, if every molecule has same hybridization, okay, then you have to go for checking the lone pairs present on a central atom. Okay, whichever molecule has maximum lone pair, then that molecule will have a least bond angle. Okay, so this is what the trick you have to follow. More the lone pairs, lesser will be the bond angle. Okay, now say for example, we have a molecules CH4, H2O and NH3. Okay, you should arrange them in the decreasing order of their bond angle. So what is that you will apply? First you will apply trick number 1. You will check their hybridization. Okay, so hybridization in CH4 molecule is sp3. You can use the trick on hybridization and then check. Okay, so hybridization of oxygen in H2O is also sp3, and in this molecule also hybridization is sp3 only. Right? So all the 3 molecules have same hybridization. So you cannot apply this trick, right? So all the molecules have same S character. Here also S character is 25%, here also 25%, here also 25%. Then in that case, you should check the lone pairs present on a molecule. Okay, and when you use the trick on hybridization, in the course of finding hybridization, you will be knowing number of lone pairs also, no? So that trick will be helpful here also. So using that, find out the number of lone pairs present in a molecule, right? Say for example, in ammonia, how many lone pairs are there? Say nitrogen belongs to 15th group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 valence electrons. So 3 sigma bonds are present. So how many lone pairs? 1 lone pair is there on nitrogen in ammonia. And how many lone pairs are there in water? Right? Oxygen belongs to 16th group, 6 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each oxygen takes up 2 electrons for bonding. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, hydrogens are there. So each electron is taken up with the hydrogen. So how many lone pairs? 1, 2. So 2 lone pairs are there. And coming to CH4, you know, carbon belongs to 14th group. So 4 valence electrons, hydrogen, hydrogen, 4 sigma bonds will be formed with hydrogen. There are no lone pairs, 0 lone pairs. So what is our trick? Bond angle is inversely proportional to lone pairs present on a central atom. Okay, so whichever molecule has lesser lone pair, then that molecule will be having maximum bond angle. So here methane, see CH4 has 0 lone pair. So definitely CH4 has maximum bond angle than ammonia, right? Ammonia has 1 lone pair compared to water. Water has maximum number of lone pairs, so least bond angle. So this is the decreasing order of bond angles in these molecules. Got to know? So this is your trick number 2. Okay, say first trick you should apply for every molecule. In case if the molecules have same hybridization, then you have to go for trick number 2. Go for checking lone pairs. Okay, the molecule whichever is having the maximum lone pairs will be having least bond angle. Okay, fine. And coming to trick number 3. Trick number 3. If you find same hybridization as well as same lone pairs, okay, then check electronegativity of central atom, okay. Our bond angle is directly proportional to electronegativity of central atom. This is important to remember. More the electronegativity on a central atom, more will be the bond angle. Okay, say when you have to apply trick number 3, when trick number 1 fails and when trick number 2 also fails. If the molecules have same hybridization or if the molecules have same number of lone pairs also, then you must go for trick number 3. Okay, go for checking the electronegativity of central atom. More the electronegativity on a central atom, more will be the bond angle. Okay, say for example, we have a molecules NH3, then PH3 phosphine, ASH3, SBH3. Okay, so these are the 4 molecules I have. I want to check their bond angles, which of them has maximum and which of them has least, or I told you to arrange in the decreasing order of their bond angle. Okay, and now what is the first thing that should click in your mind? Trick number 1, check their hybridization first. Okay, so when you check their hybridization, did you observe all the central atoms? See, all the central atoms will come in a single group, 15th group elements, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, right, antimony, bismuth, they are all 15th group elements. So all these central elements has 5 valence electrons. Okay, so every element has 5 valence electrons, and you know they are associated with 3 hydrogens. So in that case, when you check the hybridization, all of them will have same hybridization. Okay, so here actually all of them has sp3 hybridization. All of them has sp3 hybridization. If you want, you can check and see. Okay, so and all of them has same number of lone pairs. Nitrogen also has one lone pair, phosphorus has one lone pair, arsenic has one lone pair, antimony also has one lone pair. Okay, so hybridization is same, number of lone pairs also same. Then you have to go for, okay, if the situation is this, then you have to go for checking electronegativity of central atom. Okay, so here the central atom is nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony. Among them, which is having the most electronegativity? Definitely nitrogen. See, all of them are 15th group elements. From top to bottom, our electronegativity decreases. We all know this is the basic property that we have studied in periodic table, isn't it? Electronegativity always decreases from top to bottom. Okay, so highly electronegative element is nitrogen. So nitrogen, where is nitrogen? Here. So definitely NH3 will be having more bond angle than PH3, and later ASH3, and least bond angle you will observe in SBH3. Okay, so this is the decreasing order of their bond angles. So whenever you have same hybridization, whenever you find same number of lone pairs, then you have to go for checking electronegativity of central atom. Okay, so more the electronegativity, more will be the bond angle. And coming to the trick number 4. So now trick number 4. If you find same hybridization, same number of lone pairs, and same central atom also, then you have to go for checking electronegativity of a terminal atom. Okay, then go for checking electronegativity of terminal atom. Okay, and our bond angle is inversely proportional to electronegativity of terminal atom. Inversely proportional to electronegativity of terminal atom. That means if the terminal atom is more electronegative, then bond angle is least. Okay, clear? More the electronegativity of terminal atom, lesser will be the bond angle. Got to know? Say for example, you have a molecule like COCl2, COBr2, COF2 and COI2. Okay, so which is the central atom here? Definitely central atom is carbon. Okay, central atom is carbon. And you see everywhere this CO is common. Only our terminal atom is different. Yes or no? So in that case, looking at this only, you can definitely say the molecules, all of them will have same hybridization. Definitely all of them will have same hybridization. Which hybridization you will observe in them? Okay, let me check here. Carbon is the central atom. So carbon's valency is 4 valence electrons it has, right? And with one oxygen 2 electrons will go, and Cl. So how many sigma bonds? Among the two bonds with oxygen, one is sigma and one is pi, isn't it? So sigma bonds are 1, 2, 3 and lone pairs are 0. So if you get a number 3, then it will show sp2 hybridization. Same way, only our halogen is different. Here instead of Cl, you have Br, and here you have F, and here you have I2. Yes or no? So all of them, here sp2 hybridization, here also sp2, here also sp2, and here too you will find sp2 hybridization. And number of lone pairs, in every case it is 0 only, right? And so trick number 2 also will not work out. Trick number 1 also will not work out. And when same lone pairs and same hybridization is there, we will go for trick number 3. What is that? You should check the electronegativity of central atom. Say everywhere central atom is carbon only. So trick number 3 also will not work out. Then you have to go for trick number 4. Okay, so same hybridization, same lone pair, same central atom, terminal atoms are different, check their electronegativity. So who is more electronegative? Definitely fluorine. So they all are halogens coming in a same group, right? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So definitely electronegativity decreases from top to bottom. So the guy which is more electronegative, if present in a molecule, in that molecule you will observe lesser bond angle. So now among them, who is having more bond angle? Definitely less electronegative is iodine. So lesser the electronegativity of terminal atom, more will be the bond angle, right? So here COI2 has maximum bond angle than COBr2 and later COCl2 and least bond angle is COF2. Okay, so this is how you have to apply the 4 tricks for various molecules. Okay, so trick by trick you should solve. First you see whether hybridization same or not. If you have different hybridization, then check the S character. More the S character, more will be the bond angle for a molecule. If you have same hybridization, then go for checking number of lone pairs. Okay, so more the lone pairs, lesser will be the bond angle. If you have same hybridization and same lone pairs, then go for checking electronegativity of central atom. More the electronegativity, more will be the bond angle. If you have all the 3 same, when trick 1 is not working, trick 2 is not working and trick 3 is not working, go for trick 4, check the terminal atom's electronegativity. More the electronegativity of terminal atom, lesser will be the bond angle. Okay, so these are the 4 tricks you can apply for any molecule and any question on bond angle will get easily solved with this. Okay, now let us go for some questions. Coming to the first question, which of the following molecules has the smallest bond angle? Okay, they gave you 4 options. Smallest bond angle you should select. Fine. So what you have to think it over here? Go to trick number 1. Just check the hybridization on a central atom in every molecule. Okay. So here oxygen is a central atom, nitrogen is a central atom, Se, selenium is a central atom, sulfur is a central atom. Okay. Fine. Oxygen, right? Oxygen belongs to 16th group. I am checking hybridization of water. Okay. So 16th group. So 6 valence electrons it has. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And 2 hydrogens. Here, so 2 sigma bonds plus lone pairs are how many? Lone pairs are 2. So you are getting 4. That means it is having sp3 hybridization. Okay, and coming to NH3, NH3, isn't it? So nitrogen belongs to 15th group. So 5 valence electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 hydrogens makes 3 sigma bonds. So lone pair is 1. So 3 plus 1, that is 4. So this is also having sp3 hybridization. Okay, and coming to H2Se. So H2Se, selenium, to which group it belongs to? 16th group, just like oxygen. Okay, this guy also has 6 valence electrons, 4, 5, 6, 2 hydrogens, right, and 2 lone pairs. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. This also has sp3 hybridization. And coming to H2S. H2S. Okay, S is the central atom. So Se, oxygen belongs to same group. So all the 3 has same valence electrons. So Se is also having 6 valence electron. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hydrogen, hydrogen. And you know, so 2 sigma bonds plus 2 pairs of lone pairs. 2 plus 2, 4, sp3. Okay, so if you see all the 4 molecules have same hybridization. So trick 1 is not working here, right? Because all of them has same hybridization. Now go for checking lone pairs. Okay, so water has how many lone pairs? 2 lone pairs it's having. Ammonia has how many lone pair? 1 lone pair it has. H2Se, 2 lone pairs. H2S, 2 lone pairs. Okay, so our bond angle is inversely proportional to lone pair. If any molecule has lesser number of lone pair, that one will have maximum bond angle, isn't it? So among them, ammonia has lesser number of lone pair. That means ammonia has more bond angle. More bond angle. But what they are asking, smallest bond angle. So option B is eliminated here. You have to check between A, C and D now. Got to know how option B is eliminated? Ammonia is having only one lone pair. Okay, lesser the lone pair, more will be the bond angle. So ammonia has more bond angle actually. So option B is completely eliminated. Okay, now you should check between option A, option C and option D. Now option A, option C and option D has same hybridization and same number of lone pair. Then trick number 2 is also eliminated here to compare. Go for trick number 3. Trick number 3 is what? You have to check the electronegativity of central atom. So here oxygen is the central atom, here Se is the central atom, here sulfur is the central atom. More the electronegativity of central atom, more is the bond angle. Yes or no? So more electronegativity is oxygen. After that comes sulfur. After that selenium. Right? All the three are in a same group. Our electronegativity decreases. So least electronegative is what? Selenium. So lesser the electronegativity of central atom, lesser will be the bond angle. Trick number 3. So H2Se will have lesser bond angle compared to others. Got to know? So your answer is option C. Got to know how you have to use the tricks? First trick number 1 you check. Same hybridization, then go for trick number 2. Then trick number 3. Okay, if trick number 3 is also not working, then trick number 4 definitely. Okay, so this is how you have to solve the question. Similarly, go for question number 2. The correct order of bond angles in, say, increasing order or decreasing order they give, you have to select the correct option here. So for that, same thing. Go according to trick number 1. First check their hybridization. How much do you get? H2S. Just now we have checked here. H2S. How much we got? sp3 hybridization. Right? And NH3. NH3 also sp3 hybridization. Okay. And what about here? BF3. BF3. B. Boron belongs to 13th group. So 3 valence electrons. Right? Each valence electron is bonded with fluorine. So 3 sigma bonds plus 0 lone pair. 3 you will get. 3 in the sense hybridization is sp2. Okay. So boron is having sp2 hybridization. And now SiH4 actually. SiH4. Silicon belongs to 14th group. So 4 valence electrons in silicon. So each valence electron with 1 hydrogen, right? So 4 sigma bonds plus 0 lone pair, 4 hybridization is sp3. So SiH4 has sp3 hybridization. Okay, H2S, NH3, SiH4. All the 3 has same hybridization. Only BF3 has sp2 hybridization. So more the S character, more will be the bond angle. In sp2, the S character is 33%. In sp3, the S character is 25%. Isn't it? So more S character is there in BF3. So BF3 has maximum bond angle. Okay. In which of the option BF3 is showing maximum value? All the 3 options. See, BF3 is more, least to highest they have arranged in the option. So BF3 in all the 3, you know, now this is what the point you have to remember. BF3 has the highest bond angle. Now compare between H2S, NH3 and SiH4. Okay. If they have same hybridization, you will be going for trick number 2. That is, you are checking number of lone pairs. So how many lone pairs are there in H2S? H2S, just now we have done here, right? H2S has 2 lone pairs. H2S has 2 lone pairs. And ammonia, NH3 has 1 lone pair. And SiH4 has 0 lone pair. Okay. And what is the trick here? Bond angle is inversely proportional to inversely proportional to number of lone pairs. So the one which is having highest lone pair has least bond angle. So which is having highest lone pair? Definitely H2s. H2s has highest lone pair. So H2s will have least bond angle among them. Least bond angle. Okay. And after that, who will come? Ammonia. After that, who will come? SiH3. So BF3. Okay. So where do you find this option? H2S, NH3, SiH4, BF3, right? So option C is the correct answer. So this is how you have to find out. First you see the hybridization, okay? So the one which is having more S character will have maximum bond angle, keep it aside. Now check among the three, okay? They have same hybridization, so you went for checking lone pairs. And the one which is having highest lone pair is having least bond angle, so least. Okay, next is ammonia, next is H4, and highest bond angle is BF3. So this was matched with option C. So this is our correct answer. Okay, so this is how you have to work it on bond angle. Work with the more questions so that you will become perfect. Thank you. If you like the video, please like it, share it, and subscribe our channel for more updates.